Everybody says it's okay. All the little things I say with my big fat mouth. La 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 la. My big fat mouth.
My big fat mouth gets me in trouble.
Next video.
Next one?
Yep.
Can I talk to you for a second? So they know.
Who did you tell?
I didn't tell anyone. Who did you tell?
Nobody.
Hey, one of you tell Stanley that I have asthma, because I don't. If it gets out, they won't let me scuba. If I can't scuba, then what's this all been about? What am I working toward?
What? You think I'm the voice of the Taco Bell dog?
What are you guys talking about? I have a daughter. How could I be a virgin?
Hey, has everyone heard a crazy rumor about themselves today?
Yeah. You know what? Let's discredit these rumors.
Yeah, sure, but who's been saying all that stuff?
It's not important, Jim. I just think we shouldn't listen to any of this crap.
Sure, but we should get to the bottom of this. Let's pick a rumor and trace it back to the beginning.
I need to do mine first. Who's been saying that there's another person inside of me, working me with controls?
I heard that from Andy.
I heard it from Aaron.
What?
I heard it from Michael. Michael.
Abby, did you hear what happened at school yesterday?
No, what happened?
Okay, it was the craziest thing. So you know Susie and Annie?
Yes.
Okay, so Susie's now crushing on Annie's ex.
No.
Totally. And Annie's like fit to be tied. They're talking all the time, and Annie's just having a fit over it.
Are you serious?
Totally.
No way.
Yeah, totally.
So, how many of you know someone who gossips, right? Have heard someone gossiping? Of course, like we all gossip all the time. It just like comes pretty naturally. So, let's look at what the Bible has to say about it. So, Proverbs 18:8 says, "Rumors are dainty morsels that sink deep into one's heart." So, gossip is so subtle that it can just sneak up on you before you know you're doing it. It'll just randomly come up in a conversation, like peanut M&Ms. You know, you just plan on eating a few, and then you eat the whole share bag by yourself. You can't have just one. So we're gonna play a quick game, really quick. So I need 10 volunteers up at the
10
front.
people, come on up. First 10 up here, quick, quick, quick.
You all need to stand in a line.
Okay, fill in up here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Dos más. 2 more. Quick, quick, quick. Demarion and Hayden, come on up. Got called out. Love my voluntold.
So we're gonna play a quick game of telephone. I'm sure you all know how that works. So we're gonna start on this end. I'm gonna show him a little sentence to say, and then he has to pass it on. He can only say it once, and you can't repeat it. And don't yell it, whisper. Got it?
I love these M&Ms. Can't have just one. We'll have to see how you do in this game.
Got it? Okay.
Little delightful
Go ahead.
morsels.
Do I need to tell my mom about this?
Yeah, tell her.
I already forgot.
Okay, do your best.
How do you forget what the thing said?
Oh, I can't tell you.
All right. No. You don't remember? I can't.
Okay, one more time. These M&Ms are so good. Can't have this one.
What?
I believe in you, Andrew Hunter.
Oh my, you gave me like half a sentence. I don't know, that's what I heard.
Yeah, whatever you think you heard. And then maybe have Hayden read out what Hayden on that end. Or yeah, first have Aiden and then have him.
Okay, so
Okay.
you're gonna read, or you're gonna say what you think it is.
So I heard, what I heard was, how can you cramp when you're on a jar?
Okay, now let's go back to Hayden and see what Hayden actually said.
What did you say?
I don't remember.
It's right here.
Okay. How can you cram a clam in a clean cream can?
Okay, all my helpers, you guys can take one handful of M&Ms.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Bro, can my hand be like
Can I grab Anna's handful?
Sure.
Yes. Never done.
Someone can grab that.
Don't fall. Don't break them.
Always pays to voluntold yourself. Oh,
That's all?
come on, Aiden.
All right.
Make. That's it? Okay. Some of you were piggies.
Okay, so obviously gossip can seem super ridiculous and childish, but it's not, right? I'm sure today there are several of you who have been hurt by gossip or lost a friend, or there's been an embarrassing story told about you. So many times we try to disguise gossip so we can have someone pray for something, but we don't need to give them all the details because God already knows. Don't need to say someone's family was having a hard time. God knows that, so you don't need to go into specific details. So everything that is said must be true, but not everything true should be said. Proverbs 18:21 says, "The tongue can bring death or life." So what do you want to be known for, bringing death or bringing life? So let's define gossip. So gossip is a casual or unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are confirmed as being true. So again, even though it's true, not everything true needs to be said. So I had a best friend all throughout middle school, and I thought she was my girl. I told her everything. I thought I trusted her. And then she went and told some of my other friends that I was annoying and I wasn't very nice. And even though it was her truth, it wasn't my truth. At least that's what I hoped people wouldn't think about me. That's not who I tried to be. So it hurts three people. It hurts the person that it's being spoken about, the listener, and the speaker. So Proverbs 16:28 says, "Troublemakers start fights and gossip break up friendships." So maybe for you, someone has shared a secret crush you had on someone, or a personal struggle, or maybe someone shared a social media picture or something that you didn't want out there. And it was super embarrassing, so you aren't friends with them anymore, or it hurts the person that's being spoken about. So everything that is said must be true, but not everything true should be said. And it also hurts the listener. Proverbs 17:4 says, "Wrongdoers eagerly listen to gossip, and liars pay close attention to slander." So just by listening, you're sinning. Not stopping someone from gossiping, it you start thinking about in your head, and eventually you'll share it with other people. So once they stop talking to you, they will start talking about you. And so again, everything that I said must be true, but not everything true should be said. And so the final person that hurts is the speaker. In Proverbs 25:9-10, it says, "In the heat of an argument, don't betray confidences. Word is sure to get around, and no one will trust you." So by talking badly about someone, it shows more about your character than it does about them. So you would much rather be known as a person who can be trusted and people can confide in you, rather than you being known as someone who has a big mouth. So there's a few ways to control gossip. So the first way is by guarding your ears. So how to stop it with one question is you ask yourself, why are you telling me this? So if that question feels a little too combative for you, then ask this. So say, for example, Christy really hurt my feelings. So then I went and told Susie, Chris, you really hurt my feelings today. And Susie should say, well, have you talked to her about it? So by going to talk to someone about this, or the person directly, it will resolve an issue. So Matthew 18:15 says, if another believer sins against you, go privately and point out the offense. If the other person listens and confesses it, you have won that person back. So if they still don't get the hint that, like if other people still don't get the hint that you don't like gossiping or bashing on people or talking bad about them, ultimately maybe you don't need to hang out with this person because they're not a very trustworthy person. So Proverbs 20:19 says, gossip goes around telling secrets, so don't hang around with chatters. So learn to close your mouth and don't hang around people that have big mouths. So Proverbs 21:23 says, watch your tongue and keep your mouth shut and you will stay out of trouble. So that basically just means think before you speak. Like, I'm sure a lot of your guys' parents always tell you to think before you speak because it just gets you in trouble. And so think actually stands for true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind. So before you go telling someone something, make sure that it's all of those things. If it's true, it's helpful, inspiring, necessary, or kind. So ask yourself, would you want someone to say that about you before you go, like, telling someone else's secrets,
Hey, Abby, I've got something to tell you.
What?
Okay, so remember those two girls I was talking about before?
Yes.
So the other day at lunch by the bell tower at La Quinta, had some, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they were like face to face on it. She was getting all heated about it. Was it Polly? Was getting heated at Susan. Because Polly, it was her ex, and Susan was talking to her ex. So Polly got super mad.
No.
Totally did. Threw her backpack down. Right there. Everyone's watching, right at lunch. Bends down to pick up the backpack. Guess what happened?
What happened?
Her pants split.
No.
Totally.
In front of
everyone at lunch by the bell
everyone.
tower.
How
yeah.
embarrassing
Yeah,
is
totally.
that?
Totally.
I'm sure you were all just so engaged in our conversation right now about us
Pants
gossiping.
split.
So if you were engaged in the story, ask yourself why, when 10 minutes ago your mind was wondering. And it's because of gossip. Everybody loves to gossip. Some people might think it's fun to do. But you don't even know her. You don't know Susie. You don't know Polly. They're not real people. So we have an unhealthy desire to be better than someone else. That is why we want them to be less so we can be more. And gossip claims, I'm strong because they're weak, but the gospel claims I am weak because he is strong.
Hey, Abby, got something else for you.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, those
Done,
are bad.
done with that. Okay, so Friday at FCA. So I was there, and we were doing FCA, and guess who came in?
Who came in?
Carissa came in, and guess what?
What?
Carissa had a new student with her, a new girl, and she was introducing her to me. She was introducing to everyone. She even told her how to go get the Del Taco and took her over to Del Taco, sat with her the whole time, telling you if I was at the school, I would want a friend like Carissa.
She is just the sweetest person.
Yes, I would.
So what if you got caught encouraging rather than discouraging? Would you rather be known for being an encouraging person or being someone who gossips? Obviously encouraging, right? You'd rather have encouraging as a characteristic. So our final thing is the call to action. So I encourage all of you this week to find an accountability buddy, and in your small group that you can text daily and let them know 3 encouraging things that you said about someone or help someone out with just throughout the week, so you can remind yourself to be encouraging rather than bashing or gossiping about other people. So I'm going to pray really quick, and then we're going to go into our small group. So I'll bow your heads. God, thank you for the gossip-destroying power of the gospel. Thank you for Jesus. Thank you that in our weakness you are made strong. Forgive us for the ways we've tried to put down others to build up ourselves. Give us the strength to lift each other up, but with us in our small groups, and help us think of people we can encourage this week. And in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Let's give it for Abby. Great job, Abby. Great job. And those of you who have done this know how much it takes to come up here, so very great job, Abby. Thank you. And we're going to split into our small groups. So we have high schoolers where you guys normally go. Middle school boys are in here. Middle school girls are in the preschool nursery. And we will see you in your small groups, and we're going to have our fruit roll-ups in there. So see you over there.